It's been 11 years since, I mean, the first series, That's So Raven. I mean, why did you want to come back? And, I mean, did they approach you or was it your idea?
Disney Channel approached me saying that they're thinking about resurrecting Raven Baxter and how do I feel about it. And I was so very excited because I had been wanting to play that character definitely a little bit before they came to me. I just kept my mouth shut and was like, let's hope. And so when they said, hey, let's put together a show where you're a mom and your kid has visions and how would you like it? I'm like, can I please, you know, be with my best friend from That's So Raven. And everything came together, so I was excited to come back as her. You know, the trend now is definitely resurrecting nostalgic shows and seeing new installations of them, and being a part of that movement has been a joy for me. Yeah. I love playing Raven Baxter and seeing her evolve as a human.
Yeah, and I suppose it's quite different as well from the first time round because now you're the mother and you're surrounded by, you know, these children. I mean, do these kids sort of like wear you out at all because they seem quite hyperactive?
Actually, I wear them out.
Brilliant.
Raven Baxter has so much energy. She had it when she was younger, and I think she definitely has it now. And she's channeled it in different ways because she became smarter as an adult. But working with the kids, it helps because their energy bounces off of mine and vice versa. So we all keep each other energized through filming and through the show.
And how did you get to cast those kids? I mean, were they Disney kids anyway, or you know, did they have to go through that casting process with because you're an executive producer as well, aren't you?
Well, everybody had to go through casting except for Annalisa because we understood that, and some of them had been through the Disney pipeline before, but and Isaac is the voiceover actor for a couple of Disney shows prior to this one, but everyone, we had a countrywide auditioning process, and these came through. I remember Sky was one of the last ones to run through the pipe, and she blew my mind in the audition. I'm like, you're that sassy? Okay, I'm down for the cause.
Could be my daughter.
Right? I'm like, dang. But it was a journey for me, and an exciting journey to actually witness the process from a different side. Normally I'm auditioning. I remember my audition tape from That's So Raven and what I went through. That was a very long process, and they had to go through that same process. But me seeing it from that side, I tried to give them some love and affection and saying, you guys got it, don't worry, you just have to, this is just standard process.
And did they give you some pointers on set, or do they actually look up to you and, you know, because you've been there before?
They inform me about what's happening in the world through your YouTube and Instagram people. Like, they keep me up to date on there, and then I give them the tips on the sitcom world since I've been doing it forever. So exactly. It's a nice balance.
Obviously, your child Booker in the show, he has his own abilities as well. I mean, how much of that comes out in the second series? Can you tell us much?
You know what? It's interesting. Second season is probably, as of right now, one of my favorite seasons because you get to see what a family goes through when secrets are revealed.
Okay.
And that's very important. That's very important. You know, every kid has their moment where, like, how do I tell my mom? What goes on? What's going to happen? What's the reaction? And I think that Raven Baxter and Booker go through this journey together in a very interesting way. And I enjoyed telling that story. And then as the season continues to progress, you see the dynamic between my daughter, myself, and my son, and how their friendship with the other characters in the show deal with this journey. So
it's quite a unique kind of storyline as well. Do you think that, you know, that kind of thing still speaks to the younger generations?
I hope so. I mean, you know, there's so many things that go on in a preteen's life and an adult's life, and sometimes it's hard to navigate on how to handle it, what to do, or who to bring into that conversation. And hopefully with Raven's Home, we are touching on certain topics that we can and dealing with them with a spoonful of sugar, helping to push the narrative along. But you can see how someone with psychic powers deals with something, how someone that doesn't have psychic powers deals with something, and how you can relate that to your own life.
It's a bit like an exclusion, isn't it? That, like, some people would not see him as a normal person.
Yeah.
And he'll probably get picked on.
he'll probably get picked on. I mean, people get picked on just because of the way their hair looks sometimes.
Exactly.
And so he's taking it to the extreme. Hopefully you can take how he handles the situation and apply it to your own.
Okay. And also we had Devon come back as well. But the relationship is quite different to what we normally see in normal TV shows. I mean, the relationship between the two of you is quite an amicable one. I mean, how important is it for kids to see that, you know, this is what can happen?
I think it's very important to shine a positive light on a relationship that is difficult to stomach sometimes. A divorce is very difficult in people's lives. But to have a friendship with your partner after, you know, the marriage is over, to benefit the kids is very important. I think that's why Raven Baxter's children are so confident and well-rounded, because they know that their dad loves them, they know that their mom loves them. There's an understanding that we are here for you and we're friends. This has nothing to do. Our breakup has nothing to do with you. And I think that my kids understand that, which is why we don't go and dive into those problems, because he'll be there for you whenever you need it, and it's not about you.
And as the second season goes on, does he get involved with any of the harebrained action that happens?
No. He's there for more support later. But as we start third season, we're actually filming third season very soon. He will come and help out in certain situations that Raven Baxter just cannot do.
And is there any more cameos lined up from the original?
Yeah, we have a lot of special guests coming in second season that will be nostalgic from the That's So Raven era, but also that are new just to Raven's home. So that'll be exciting as well to see new characters pop up and integrate with our family.
And when can people see the show? When will it return on the Disney Channel?
Raven's Home will be airing on Disney Channel Monday through Thursdays at 5 p.m., so you gotta go check and watch it.
What, if you could see into the future, where would you hope to be?
How far in the future am I seeing? 5 minutes from now or 5 years? Because, you know, Raven Baxter can't control it.
Yeah.
So if I could see into the future, hopefully I see personally for Raven-Symoné a career behind the scenes, my art taking off. I'm in college and I get good grades. I want to graduate well. And the show going more than 5 seasons. I think I saw it. I think it came true.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you very much for talking to me today.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey!